Salute everybody. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Breaking news. Ravens got cheated out the Super Bowl by refs. Yeah, y'all heard it correctly. Breaking news. Ravens got cheated out the Super Bowl by the referees. But before I get started with this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching from my Facebook group, and if you would like to be in the chat, you're going to have to come out of Facebook and you're going to have to come over here to my YouTube channel in order for you to be in the chat. I can't see the Facebook chat. So if you're watching from my Macintosh Films on Facebook, and if you would like for me to answer your questions and read your comments, please come into the YouTube channel. I want to salute everybody that's catching this on the replay. I want to salute everybody that's watching from the clouds. I want to salute all my moderators. I want to salute the whole Rock Squad. I will salute individually. Just give me a minute. I'm going to read my copyright disclaimer, and then we're going to dive right into this demonstration. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Let me get some individual salutes, and we're going to get into this. Salute Zone Alarm, salute Nola. I appreciate that cash donation, Nola. I appreciate that cash donation. Salute Boss Man Blake. Boss Man Blake said, what game did you watch? LOL. We're going to get into it, Boss Man. Salute Positive Vibes. Positive Vibes says, salute Mr. Clean. Next year, y'all will get there. We're going to get into all of this. Salute Wheezy. Salute Tracy. Salute Tracy. Salute Sheila. If you would like to support the channel by sending a cash donation, my cash app is $ERICMCINT. So we have 3 questions. We're going to chop it up on 3 different levels of this demonstration. How did the Ravens lose to the Kansas City Chiefs? Drop a 1 if you feel as though the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Ravens straight up. Drop a 2 if you think that the Baltimore Ravens beat themselves. Or drop a 3 if you think the refs cheated. Now, I'm sure most of y'all don't know. Salute, Sharon. I'm sure most of y'all don't know. But days before the actual game, this was 4 days ago. I got this off of the Baltimore Ravens fan club. NFL fans raise alarm on refereeing conspiracy for Chiefs versus Ravens. It was already in the atmosphere, y'all. It was already in the atmosphere that the game was going to be rigged. In fact, this referee, let me get a close-up of him. That referee has a lot of accusations against him on him throwing the games and helping the Kansas City Chiefs win. Now, remember, I stated that this about the refs cheating for the Chiefs, it's already been in the atmosphere. It says NFL fans allege refereeing conspiracy in Chiefs versus Ravens AFC Championship game, claims it's rigged. This is an article from January the 24th. It says AFC Championship features Chiefs versus Ravens, with Mahomes appearing in his sixth consecutive conference final, while it's Jackson's first. NFL analyst claims league is favoring Chiefs, sparking conspiracy theories surrounding referee assignment. Mahomes' regular season performance was subpar, but he's excelled in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson signs $260 million contract with Ravens, negotiate without an agent. So it seems like, and this is true, it seems like the league and other folks really wasn't too happy with that $260 million deal that Lamar negotiated without an agent. Keep that in mind. I want y'all to keep that in mind. It says the AFC Championship will feature the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be Patrick Mahomes' sixth consecutive appearance in the conference final, while Lamar Jackson will be making his first. However, the start of the championship series has already been surrounded by conspiracy theories. An NFL analyst named Walter Sharp has stirred controversy by suggesting that the league is trying to help Mahomes and the Chiefs. He claims that referee Sean Smith was assigned to the game because he tends to favor road teams like Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Drop a one if y'all are familiar with the referee Sean Smith. This is him right here. Drop a one if y'all are familiar with the claims of him helping the Kansas City Chiefs win in previous playoff games. It's already out there. It's in the atmosphere. James says Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, perfect storm. It's all about the ratings. Salute, Bronze. I see y'all. It's all about the ratings. Now, and I'm going to get into the actual teams. I do believe that Kansas City played a good game. I don't believe that the Ravens played their best. Of course, they could have played way better than what they played. But if y'all saw the game, if y'all had an opportunity to see the game, then you had to clearly see at least two pass interference calls that the Kansas City Chiefs defense made on the Ravens. At least two pass interference. However, the referees never called those pass interference calls. I agree. The taunting call against the Ravens Flowers, I do believe that was a legitimate call. He did taunt the Kansas City defensive player. I do believe that Clowney, when Javion Clowney used his helmet to hit Patrick Mahomes, I do believe that those were good calls. So why, if the referees made these calls against the Ravens players, when the Ravens players done something illegal on defense, why wasn't the calls called against Kansas City when they done something illegal on defense? Y'all had to, if y'all didn't watch the game, y'all ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. However, if y'all watched the game, Y'all know 2 of those uh, uh, calls were supposed to have been pass interference. None of the referees made those calls. None of them. Salute, TT. Appreciate you for pulling up. TT, Cape Cod. Salute. Braun says nobody gonna believe it, but the NFL has finally paid off the state of Missouri with the Rams leaving. They made $331.5 million with Taylor to finalize the last payment. It's all there, y'all. Appreciate that, Bronze. Appreciate that. It's all there. It says, fans have taken to Twitter to discuss this theory, with some believing it and others dismissing it as a manufactured drama. Keep in mind, this was already going on Twitter. This was already going on Facebook. I know you laughing, Don Player. You must be a Steelers fan. Don Player must be a Steelers fan. I know, but it says NFL fans raise alarm on refereeing conspiracy for Chiefs versus Ravens. I'm going to get into the Ravens as well as the Kansas City Chiefs. Don Play says, told y'all Jackson is not a QB. We gonna get to that, Don Play. You make sure you hang around Don Play long enough for me to get into whether or not Lamar Jackson is a legitimate quarterback. Sheila says, you are right about that, Shank. So it says, the performance of Patrick Mahomes, and let me just shed some light on Patrick Mahomes. Y'all remember last year in that Super Bowl, right? And y'all remember that first half, Patrick Mahomes was playing sorry. Yes or no? Yes or no? I agree with you, boss man. The Ravens made some mistakes, but we're going to get to that. Don Play says they're not going to let a real black man be the face of the league. It's correct. We know that. Y'all remember last year in the Super Bowl, remember? Philly had the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in that first half, he was playing garbage. That third quarter, Patrick Mahomes came out like a brand new player, like they shot some steroids up in him or something. Y'all remember? Let me finish. It says, the performance of Patrick Mahomes in the regular season has been subpar compared to his usual standards. He struggled with inconsistency and made mistakes such as missing open receivers and making poor decisions, while the lack of supporting weapons may have played a role. Mahomes himself was also at fault. However, Mahomes has been a different player in the playoffs. His track record speaks for itself as he has consistently delivered in these high-stakes games. After defeating the Buffalo Bills on the road, it's hard to doubt his abilities. It says in other news, Lamar Jackson has signed a contract extension with the Baltimore Ravens. The deal is worth $260 million over 5 years. Okay, let's get into the teams. Let's get into Lamar Jackson. All right. Is Lamar Jackson a certified quarterback? Drop a 1 if y'all feel as though Lamar Jackson is a certified quarterback, not an elite quarterback. And when I say certified, I mean, can you depend on Lamar Jackson to win you some games? An elite quarterback is having a quarterback that can get you to the Super Bowl and actually win the Super Bowl. That's an elite quarterback. In my opinion, I don't believe he's an elite quarterback. However, I do believe that Lamar is a certified quarterback. Drop a 1 if y'all think Lamar is a certified quarterback. Sheila dropped the 1. Drop a 1 and let me know. James says Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. I wouldn't be surprised he make it to the next 6 Super Bowls. That's fact. I don't expect you to drop a one Don play. Don play gonna drop a 0. I because we gotta call a spade, and we gotta look at it for what it's worth. Lamar inked a $260 million deal without an agent, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. His mother helped him get that $260 million deal. Salute Miss Groovy. Salute Miss Groovy. So on top of the $260 million deal, salute Marty, I see you down there. Now you mean to tell me he should have won the MVP, because definitely if he would have made it to the Super Bowl, they would have gave him the MVP. So on top of the $260 million deal, now comes the MVP. Now he advances to the Super Bowl, and he goes on to win the Super Bowl. Can y'all imagine where that will put Lamar Jackson? Can y'all imagine what it would do? Salute, Juanita. Salute. Now, did Lamar Jackson play a good game today against Kansas City? In my opinion, I don't think he played a good game. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, I think Lamar Jackson played probably a 5. He was half and half. I do believe he could have done much better. However, he did keep the Ravens in the game. Did the coaches come out and make the best calls and run the best plays? Hell no. I think the majority of the calls that was called, the plays that was ran by the coaches on the Ravens, I think they were garbage plays. Was the defense putting their work in? Of course. The defense held Patrick Mahomes to 2 touchdowns. Can't take away from Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is definitely an elite quarterback. Now you got a defense that held the winning champions. Got to keep in mind who Kansas City Chiefs are. They are the reigning Super Bowl champs. Now you got this Ravens defense that kept Patrick Mahomes to only 2 touchdowns through the whole game. So the Ravens defense, they done their job. Did the Ravens offense do their job? No. I think the Ravens offense, I think Lamar Jackson, along with the offense and along with the coaches on the Ravens team, I think that they did not play their best. And I know y'all gonna say, well, Shank, what's your beef then? If the offense didn't play their best, if the coaches didn't make the best calls and run the best plays, what's your beef? Regardless, even though the offense didn't play their best, even though the coaches didn't make the best calls and run the best plays, the Ravens still had an opportunity to win the game. And I'm going to tell y'all how. Even with Flowers, even with the rookie that fumbled the ball, even when he taunted the Kansas City Chiefs player, the Ravens still could have won that game. And I'm going to tell y'all how. Juanita says he played better in the last game, but not this game. I agree with you, Juanita. John Clink says the NFL is just rigged. I learned that years ago from a gambler who always had the inside scoop on certain games. That's facts, John. That's facts. Let me put John's comment up. And if y'all don't know that, then y'all must have been living under a rock for the past 20, 30 years. John says the NFL is just rigged. I learned that years ago from a gambler who always had the inside scoop on certain games. Weezy said Ravens was laid back and didn't bring their A game. I agree with you, Weezy. I agree with you, Tony. Yeah, that had it, but they made too many mistakes. I agree with it. But hear me out. Hear me out. And y'all know me. I will. If y'all bring something to my attention, because maybe I missed something, and y'all answer this question. It's really a two-part question. Why wasn't the referees calling pass interference on the Kansas City Chiefs 2 times? If y'all saw the game, y'all know the times I'm talking about. At least 2 times. At least 2 times there were pass interference. Y'all notice the referees didn't call not one pass interference on or against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, keep that in mind. How would the game have turned out if the Ravens would have got those calls that they were supposed to have gotten? Did the Kansas City Chiefs play a good game? In my opinion, on a scale 1 to 10, I got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Kansas City Chiefs, on a scale 1 to 10, I think they played a 10. I think they were 10. I really do. I really do. And I give them flowers for bringing a A game. But my beef is not with the Kansas City Chiefs, because I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs played an excellent game. Drop a 1 if y'all feel the same way with me. Drop a 1 if y'all think Kansas City played an excellent game. Salute, Tyson. Salute, Bossman says, I agree. Sheila says it's all about the money. Tyson says Lamar Jackson was bummed. I agree. I agree. Lamar should have brought his A game. Lamar should have had a way better game than what he had. Can't take away. Can't try to dress it up. Can't try to dress it up. And even though I give him a 5 on a scale 1 to 10, Lamar looked like a bum out there today. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And that's my team. So my beef is not with the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Chiefs played an excellent game. My beef is not with the Ravens, because even though the Ravens didn't bring their A game, they still had opportunity to win. My beef is with the ref. Now, give me a minute, because I'm going to pull some history on this ref right here. Right, Tyson says the ref was terrible. It's the Taylor Swift Pfizer Bowl. I see the play. Exactly. Tony says, yeah, we played good, but the calls wasn't called when it comes to the referee. Now, when the Ravens was roughing the passer, they called it. When the Ravens was taunting, they called it. And that's my beef. Why was the Ravens called for the flags that, the bad things that they've done, but why wasn't the Chiefs? That's all my beef is. Would it have been a different outcome? I believe it would have been a different outcome. Sometimes it's all about the momentum. If you're getting all these calls called against you, it can kind of like put you in a damp you know the energy gonna be off. But if you getting the flags, if you getting the calls that you deserve, a pass interference, shoot, the pass interference call can change the momentum of a game just like that. You could be down 2 touchdowns. You could be down 3 touchdowns. And if you get the right call, the momentum will change. They refuse to make them calls. A lot of mental mistakes. In my opinion, the refs favor the Chiefs. They missed a lot of calls. Correct. Know my skill set is going to be a sad-ass Super Bowl. Now the question is, and we know it's going to be big money on that game. It's going to be big money on that San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs game. Refs missed 2 crucial pass interference calls. The end zone pick. Look closely, the ref tucked the flag. There you go, Tyson. There you go. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And once again, they was already speaking on this days before the actual game. NFL fans raise alarm on refereeing conspiracy for Chiefs versus Ravens. Because my man, this dude right here, he's known for throwing games on behalf of the Kansas City Chiefs, as well as other teams. Let me pull up his file, y'all. Bear with me. Give me a second. Give me a second. I seen that. I said, interesting. Right. Know my skills. Are they trying to make, or did they make the Kansas City Chiefs the new Patriots? And even though Tom Brady was an excellent quarterback, even though Bill Belichick was an excellent coach, even though the New England Patriots was an excellent football team, we all know they had help from the refs. They had help with the deflatable football. Y'all remember that? Remember, Belichick was having people watching TV, watching the game, read. That's why y'all know, well, it's been around for probably like about 10 years, 15 years. Once the league found out that Belichick had people watching the game from TV and reading the opposite team's plays. Let me find this ref. I just had it. Exactly. I'm coming, y'all. How you feel about it, buddy love? I know you just coming in. How you feel about it, buddy love? How do you feel about the at least 2 pass interference calls that we should have got? How do you feel about that, buddy love? Did you see the 2 pass interference calls that we should have got? Sheila says New England were also cheaters. Exactly. It's like, if y'all watch the game, it was like the plays and everything that we done to make it to the playoffs, we ain't do none of that. We was number 1 in running. We led the league in running the ball. The Baltimore Ravens led the league in rushing yards. Yes or no? So if we led the league in rushing yards, how come we ain't run the ball? How come we ain't run the ball? If we led the league How come we ain't run the ball? You watching the game and you already know something ain't right. That's the same thing that happened, if y'all remember, when the Carolina Panthers went 15-1. Remember? The Carolina Panthers went 15-1. And they got to the Super Bowl and they lost. They lost to the Denver Broncos. That was Peyton Manning's last year in the league. Peyton Manning was washed up. Peyton Manning did not bring his A game because Peyton Manning was washed up. And y'all remember, y'all could just look at Cam Newton, especially Cam Newton. But you just watching the Panthers play and you know something ain't right here. Cam Newton's whole face, his aura, the energy, you like something ain't right here. Something ain't right. How was it that the Carolina Panthers went 15-1 and they make it to the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos and they got outbeat? A lot of people said that, Tyson. Denver's defense was really good. Cam was nervous. I'm gonna give Denver's defense was good, but I doubt if Cam. Cam was nervous, but he was nervous about something else. He was nervous. He was just nervous about something else. Remember, James? Cam Newton ain't even recovered his own fumble. Certain things you just know when you're watching these games, especially for us that's football fanatics. And that could be for men and women, because women are football fanatics as well. If you are a football fanatic, you just know. You could just watch the game and look at the game and know something ain't right with this game. Something ain't right about this game. Something ain't right about so-and-so. So you mean to tell me we was destroying teams? Do y'all remember all the teams that the Ravens beat? We was blowing them out. We was blowing teams out. Like I said, no disrespect to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are the NFL reigning champs. Until San Francisco beat them, if San Francisco don't beat them, but up until San Francisco beat them, the Kansas City Chiefs are the NFL's reigning Super Bowl champs. So not going to take away from Kansas City at all. I believe Kansas City played an excellent game. However, we didn't get those 2 pass interference calls. I promise you, if we would have got both of those pass interference calls, I promise y'all, the momentum would have shifted. We just watched, how many of y'all just watched the Detroit and San Francisco game? Detroit came out smashing, right? What happened? The momentum switched. Once the momentum switched, San Francisco, come on, folks, y'all know how it go. That's how it go in football, basketball, baseball, boxing. One play can shift the momentum in any game. That's all it takes is one play. All it takes is one call. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. They wasn't going to let Cam win regular season MVP and Super Bowl MVP. The man not having that. That's facts. Buddy says, Shank, you right. Juanita says, yup, you right. Tyson says, Kansas City stays getting bailed out by the refs. And we can't ignore it. Like I said, it's right here. It's right here. NFL fans raise alarm on refereeing conspiracy for Chiefs versus Ravens. Detroit lost because of the coach. I watched that game as well. They came back like thunder. Lions should have taken both fourth down field goals. Correct. And in a lot of cases, like I said, you when it comes to, let me reinforce this. When it came to the Ravens defense, I think the Ravens defense played a good game. I think they played a good, close to excellent game. I'm going to just say the Ravens defense played a good game. The offense, the offensive line played a poor game. Do y'all realize that's what really was causing Lamar to be off balance? The offensive line for the Ravens really played poor. Y'all notice Lamar was always on the run. Always on the run. He was always getting sacked. They were always in his face. That's not Lamar's fault. That's not the coach's fault. That's not the defensive fault. That's the offensive line fault. The offensive line for the Ravens played like garbage. Lamar, he didn't bring his best. The coaches got out-coached. I'm going to say that. John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens coaches got out-coached. That's how Bill Belichick was able to win a lot of them Super Bowl rings, along with the deflatable footballs and some other things. Lamar held the ball way too long. But Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs coaches, they just out-coached the Baltimore Ravens coach. I got to call a spade a spade. My only issue with the game is the ref. This joker right here. That's my only issue. That joker right there did not call them 2 pass interference calls that should have been called. That's my beef. So my beef is not with Kansas City. That's another one as well. I'm glad you pointed that out too, James Pry. That's another one. You got, and anybody that know football, and anybody that watch Beast Mode, you got 1st and goal. You got the Beast Mode in the back. You got the Beast Mode as your running back. It's 1st and goal, meaning you're going to get at least 3 tries at that end zone. And you got the beast mode back there. Y'all notice, James, and the rest of y'all notice beast mode didn't touch the ball not one time. Y'all remember that game? Appreciate you for pointing that out to me, James. When the Seahawks played the Patriots, it's 1st and goal. You got beast mode in the backfield. You got to put the ball in his hand at least 2 times. At least 2 times. You got to put that ball in his hand. 1st and goal, I'm going with beast mode. 3rd and goal, I'm going with beast mode. 2nd and goal, I'm going to probably do a fake, and then I might run it in as the quarterback. But 1st and goal, I'm putting the ball in beast mode hand. 3rd and goal, I'm putting the ball in beast mode hand. Not one time did they put the ball in beast mode hand. Sheila says refs got paid. It's all about the money. Tyson says they didn't want Lynch to win MVP. So now it makes you start to think and go back to a lot of these other games. You know, it's a lot of other games out here. Guess we gotta wait till next year. Well, we got the Super Bowl. Who y'all going with in the Super Bowl? Who y'all going with in the Super Bowl? I'm going with the 49ers. Let me know in the chat. And let me know for everybody that's watching this on the replay. Let me know in the chat who y'all going with. The 49ers or the Chiefs? I'm going with the 49ers. I would have liked to see Detroit and Baltimore. That's what I was hoping to see. Detroit and Baltimore. James says Chiefs and the referees. Well, Nita and Sheila says the 49ers. I would have loved to see Detroit go. Tyson says Taylor Swift about to win it. I would have loved to see Detroit go just for the city. Salute not on my watch. Salute not on my watch. Who you going with in the Super Bowl not on my watch? San Francisco 49ers or Kansas City Chiefs? Weezy said the Chiefs. Oh boy, that go not on my watch. Oh boy. Let me tell you about your Chiefs not on my watch. Let me tell you about your Kansas City Chiefs not on my watch. How you like that? Not on my watch. And for the rest of y'all Kansas City Chiefs fans, how do y'all like that? How do y'all like that? Here you go, not on my watch. Hit the link, not on my watch. Hit the link. And anybody else that want to join me on the panel, hit the link. If you watching from Facebook, pull up on me on YouTube. If you watching this demonstration from Facebook, pull up on me on YouTube. Like I said, I'm going with the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers. I mean, I can't go for the Chiefs. Well, I look like pulling for the Chiefs and they beat us. Can't go out like that. Most likely that's Photoshop. Most likely that's Photoshop, y'all. Most likely that picture's Photoshop. Salute, Brashante. Salute, Brashante. Weezy says, I love that we are going to the Super Bowl. Go to talk fish, not on my watch. Go ahead, talk your ish.
Salute, Shank,
Yeah,
salute
yeah.
to
Don't salute me not on my watch.
Okay, let me tell you this really quick. Okay. The Chiefs is actually not my team. My team is the Eagles. That's my team. But um the Lowrys, which is the owners of the Eagles, right? So
Hmm.
I used to be a huge Eagles fan, and remember Andy Reid was our coach all through,
Right.
the time plus that when Donovan McNabb was the quarterback. Well, when um when coach Andy Reid, the year that his son had committed, suicide, Andy Reid's son, the Lowrys fired him that same year. And so I just, not only was I upset with the Lowrys, for firing him, especially when that happened, I just have a soft spot for Andy Reid because of that. So even though the Chiefs is not my team, I'm still a Andy Reid fan because, he did a lot for the Eagles and everything. And that's the only reason why I'm, just it's not the Chiefs, it's just an Andy Reid thing that I have. So I'm just forever going to be going for Andy Reid because of what the Lowrys did to him, the same year his son, took his own life. So that's it. I'm not really a Chiefs fan. I'm an Andy Reid fan.
And that's understandable now on my watch. Now that you put it, because I forgot that his son did take his life. So that's understandable.
Yeah, and can you believe that the Lowrys, after everything, and even he got them to the Super Bowl, which they hadn't even been there. And I don't remember what year it was. That was when they had it here in Arizona, because I live in Arizona, and they came here for the Super Bowl, and that was with the New York Giants. And remember, Donovan McNabb got so messed up that he was throwing up and he
Hmm.
was nervous and everything, so he's taken the Eagles, through a lot of, championships. They did, even though they lost in the Super Bowl when they came to Arizona. But that just bothered me. That really bothered me. But I am definitely a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But like I said, that really did something to me. So, who are you going for, Shank?
My Ravens.
Oh, Baltimore Ravens, huh? You're a Ravens fan.
Yeah, my Ravens. Um,
Uh-oh.
how do you feel about the refs? Do you think in any game, any given
Okay.
game, you think the refs took the dive?
I'm going to be honest. I can kind of agree with you. I can agree with you on that. I think, but that's in every game, though. Rather if it's football, basketball, they do make some bad calls. All refs do that. They do make some bad calls, but yeah, I can agree with you on that. You know, there was the Baltimore. I'm trying to think what was his darn name, and he played for the Ravens when Lewis was with the Ravens, and I'm trying to think his name because he was here from Arizona and he went to Arizona State University. I'm trying to think what was the guy's name. Darn it.
Do you remember his number?
I don't remember his number, but he wasn't the most handsome guy, and he had him some lips, and he was let me see, what did he play? He wasn't a running back or a receiver. He played defense, and he used to be really good with them sacks. And I'm trying to think of his
Terrell
darn name.
Suggs. Terrell
There
Suggs.
you go, Suggs. There you go, Terrell Suggs. Yes. My niece had dated Terrell Suggs, and he was born and raised here in Arizona, and he went to Arizona State University. Yes, Terrell Suggs. I'm surprised you were able to get that, but yep, Suggs. Yep, Terrell.
You,
But
you said your niece used to date him?
yeah, she dated him probably when they were maybe freshman year in high school. I mean, they probably dated for maybe about maybe 6 months, not long at all. Not long at all. But yeah, Terrell Suggs, he was, pretty well known. Like I said, he went to school, born and raised here in Arizona. And there's, some stories I can tell you about Terrell Suggs. And it was crazy because when Suggs, they used to make fun of him a lot,
Uh-huh.
and he was bullied and teased, and he was brought up in the Chandler projects here in Chandler, Arizona. And, they didn't have a lot of money. And he would wear, a lot of hand me downs. And yeah, they kind of made fun of him, but hey, they weren't making fun of him when he signed with them Ravens and got that big old huge check. And I can remember too, he had came over to my niece's house, and he had just bought him a Cadillac Escalade.
Mm.
And I remember that. That was his first thing that he had bought when he got that check. But yeah, but sorry about your Ravens. Sorry about that. But I can tell you that the refs kind of, they may have made some bad calls. I can agree with you on that. I just had to troll you down there.
I know, I know. I know. I said, look at not on my watch.
But Philadelphia Eagles all day. I
How,
love my Eagles.
what you think about the Eagles? You think they could have did better?
I think they could have I think they could have done a lot better. I think that they picked up some well, let's put it this way. When the draft came, I think that they could have did better with their picks, and I think they've made a lot of mistakes, the Lowrys, and usually it's the coaches and everything that come all together that do their choosing, but believe it or not, the Lowrys have a whole lot to do with who they choose, knowing that they're just the owners. They don't know a whole lot about it, but I'll tell you. The owners, they've pissed me off. They do some stupid stuff. Do you remember Jackson? Remember he was quick and he made a lot of touchdown, but he had some trouble. He had gotten some DUIs, and he was kind of one of them trouble ones, kind of like I would say like he would have that attitude of like Ocho Cinco. Who else used to have a bad attitude? Um, Oh God, who was that? And he actually played for the Eagles. Who was that used to have a bad attitude all the time?
On the
Um,
Eagles?
yeah, he played with the Eagles. He was with Donovan McNabb, and he was a wide receiver. Oh God,
You already said Terrell Owens, right?
T.O., yeah, T.O. He had a bad attitude. You know how also too he played with them, and I think they just don't know what they're doing when the draft comes and they do the trades and the picks and stuff. But we all know that Chad Ochocinco, we know that he had a bad attitude. We know T.O. had a bad attitude. Jackson had a bad attitude. But as soon as there's a some trouble going on with
Mm-hmm.
some of the Eagles players, they're really quick to drop them or trade them. They always do that, even though they're good and they will get on a winning streak. They always do that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But even though I've been born and raised in Arizona, but my first husband, he was from Philadelphia, and when I had got married at 18 years old, the first time I had ever went to the East Coast, and he's always been a big Eagles fan. That's how I ended up being an Eagles fan. I went to my very first NFL game, and it was the Eagles and everything. So I've just stayed with that and been an Eagles fan, everybody think, well, you're from Arizona, you should be a Cardinals fan. But I'm not a Cardinals fan. Rather, I just like them. But I'm telling you, Larry Fitzgerald, he used to be one of my favorites and everything with the Cardinals. But I've just been an Eagles fan since 18, and that's it.
Because the Cardinals used to be in St. Louis, so
Yep.
that's probably why you was, well, I don't know why you was an Eagles fan, but the Cardinals used to be in St. Louis.
Yeah. No, I was an Eagles fan because my first husband,
Right.
was from Philly, and he was the Eagles fan. And like I said, that was the very first NFL game I went to, and everything in the house was all Eagles, everything. So I just stayed with it. But yeah, but I still, I like the Cardinals, the Cardinals, I'll tell you, I mean, it's crazy out here, but do you know that we have more Dallas Cowboy fans in Arizona than I
Wow.
think we do? Yeah. For some reason in Arizona, Niners fans here and Cowboys fans here.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? When you go to the games and everything, and say, like, if they play like maybe the Cowboys and the Cardinals or whatever they play, you're going to see more blue and silver. You see more than you actually see Cardinal fans. But I mean, hey,
It's
how is everybody else feeling about it? How's the chat feeling about it? Do they think that they made some bad calls today?
yeah, they well pretty much everybody is feeling me on the pass interference calls that we didn't get. And then
Mm,
pretty much everybody is saying the same thing also. Like, can't I gotta give Kansas City they props. They played an excellent game.
yeah.
They really did. And as far as us, the Ravens, we wasn't on our A game. We wasn't.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I just think if we would have got those two pass interference calls, I think that would have switched the momentum, and then we would have been able to get the momentum, and we would have been able to beat that game. But we didn't get them two pass interference calls.
I don't know. When you have Andy Reid as the head coach, Andy Reid is really good. But yeah, yeah. But you put up that picture of Mahone, but Patrick Mahone and the ref. What are you trying to insinuate there? That they ran a play?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Patrick
Yeah.
Mahone. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, what you think based off the
I can
picture?
agree. I think those pass interference, I think there was some bad calls. I'm going to be honest with you, even though I'm glad the Chiefs won, but I agree with you on that. I'm going to be honest. I do. It might have switched the momentum. I think it could have switched the momentum. I still think maybe you know, they still may have won, but you never know. You never know.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, their defense, I'm going to tell you, um, the Ravens, they've always had good defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really thought that they were going to really stop them because they were on Mahomes' ass. They were
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
ass. And they were rushing him like there was no tomorrow. But I mean, I think the Chiefs' offense is actually better than their defense, but they stopped them. They
Mm-hmm.
really, their defense, played a mean game today. You know, they really did. I was in and out doing some things, cooking and, doing a lot of stuff. So I didn't sit down and watch, every single play, but I did see some bad calls. I'm not going to lie. I really did.
And I'm with you as far as the Chiefs defense. They was on it today. They was on it.
Yeah,
They really
they
was.
were. They were because I would have thought that they could have at least, you know, what maybe put up at least 21 points, but
Hmm.
they didn't let them put up nothing.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, stop. And you know that the Chiefs is usually, they talk a lot about the offense, not the defense. They don't have the best defense in the league. And I actually think that the Baltimore Ravens have a better defense.
Hmm.
But we were on it. We were on it today. So, hey, who do you think is going to win in the Super Bowl?
I think Kansas City gonna win it all.
You think so?
I think Kansas City gonna win it all.
And let's talk about the Lions, right? Never in history have they ever won a Super Bowl. And, even though I've been rooting for the Chiefs since my Eagles got out the first round, but I would have liked that. I would have been okay, you know, with that. You know what I mean?
I would have
And
loved to see him make it too. Not on my watch. Detroit. I would have loved for that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they've never. It would have been nice, let them just get one under the belt. But hey, that's how it goes. What do you think about the second game? How do you think the refs did on the second game
I think the refs
with
was
the
fair.
Niners?
I think that 49ers and the Lions game, I think the referees was fair. I think they
You
was
think they
fair.
were fair?
Yep. Yep.
So you say they were fair too, only because of your Ravens. Is that right? Is that why?
No, because they actually made the right calls in that Detroit and San Francisco game. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
did you see it? Did you watch the Detroit and San Francisco game?
Yeah, I watched I was in and out on both games, but I seen a pretty good portion of it. But I didn't, like I said, like the first game, I didn't sit and watch every single play. But yeah, what I seen, I think everything was pretty fair. I do. And I'm not like I said, when it comes to sports, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I am when it comes to, my Eagles. I don't know a whole lot through the years. I had to kind of learn it. A lot of times, people trip off of me because I can name players, I can name years they went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, how many, but I'm getting there. You know, they always say women, don't be into football or they don't be into sports, but I am one of them people that will be in the household yelling and screaming like a lot of men do that are in the sports. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that um I don't know. It was kind of weird for me. I think that even though I don't like the Cowboys, with them losing, the Cowboys and Eagles losing, that same day, I kind of wanted to see them go a little bit further.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
hey, we've been killing it, so the Eagles been killing it. So let somebody get a chance. And look, out of what the last 5 years, I'd say the Chiefs have won what, three Super Bowls, right? The last
yeah,
five,
yeah,
they've
yeah.
won three. Yeah, so maybe give somebody another chance.
Because it's hard to get to the Super Bowl. It's hard.
Of course. Heck yeah. Yeah. I agree. Very hard. Very hard. But when you see teams, that haven't been there in a long time and, that, they take it all the way and win it, you kind of get a little bit more excited,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for that team. But hey,
That
that's
that's
how
why
it goes.
that's why I was pulling for Detroit. I was hoping Detroit was going to make it.
Yeah.
I really was.
Well, it's basically all comes down to who was hungrier,
Mm-hmm.
and who had the refs on their side, right?
Yep. Yep.
But hey, they are hungry and they wanted it.
You're right.
They
Kansas City,
wanted
they was
it.
just hungry. I mean, they was hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were hung. And then sometimes, like I was speaking about when the Eagles had the Super Bowl, here in Arizona, and Donovan McNabb, he was throwing up and everything. Sometimes people, their anxiety gets too high
Right.
and they're
Right.
either too anxious or they're too nervous,
Yeah.
and just imagine that moment to where you only got one more game to go until you get to that Super Bowl. And a lot of them are just don't know how to relax and just play a normal game. They get you know, too crazy about it. So I think if you looked and watched um, a lot of them, you can tell that they look like they were kind of, their anxiety level was kind of high.
Yep. Yep.
What do
Yep.
you think? You think it kind of was? And then also too, um, there was a lot of calls. You know, what do you call it? You're gonna have to help me with that when you jump
Offside.
before
Offside.
offside. Yeah, there was some, offside call. Looks like they were just too anxious.
I think so. I think that's what it was. I really think so.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
knew
that
that
happened.
they knew they was the better team. They knew that
Hmm.
they was going to make it, and that just the anxiety. They was too anxious.
Yeah, yeah, that happens. That happens because they're probably thinking to themselves, "Oh my God, this is it, you guys. We win this, and we're to the Super Bowl." So they were trying. Sometimes when you try too hard
Yep.
and
Yep.
you're not as relaxed as all the other games, that can jack you up. And I
Yep.
think that's what happened.
Yep.
You know, that's what I think. But hey, it's going to be a good game. What do you think? You think
Kansas City.
Chiefs are
Kansas
going to
City.
take it all?
Yeah. Kansas City gonna take it all. Kansas City gonna
Yeah.
take it all. I like the 49ers. I like San Francisco, but like I said, Kansas City manhandled us. They really did.
Mm-hmm.
They manhandled us. They put it to us. They punished us.
Yeah. I was, like I said, I'm being honest with you. I was kind of shocked because, I mean, Ravens are known
Yep.
for their defense.
Yep.
They've always been known for their defense. I think they put more into their defense than anything, to stop the other team, but it just didn't happen. Just
Yep.
didn't happen for them tonight. But
They,
you never know because look at all the big surprises, you know, that people have. Remember, for a while, the only people that were going to the Super Bowl and were getting it all was, the Patriots, Tom
yep.
Brady. It just seemed
Yep.
like they all went there. When we went to the Super Bowl, we were undefeated. And what did we do? We lost. The Eagles lost at the Super. We were undefeated the whole time. It's like you never know. It could be a surprise. We could be surprised, and the Niners, you know, we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna tell you what, I think it's gonna be a great Super Bowl. And also too, with it being in Vegas, I'm at 3.5 hours away from Vegas. Do you know I had called me and my son's father were thinking, hey, let's roll out there. Do you know we had called the Venetian Palazzo and they want $1,200 a night.
Mm, mm,
$1,200 a night. And we called several months ago. And like $1,200 a night.
mm.
That's insane, but yeah, some of those, yeah, the Aries, they're about 2 grand a night. Cosmopolitan, they're around 1,600 a night. So hey, It's going to be crazy. And with all the gambling, and when you go to Vegas, as long as you're in a casino and you're gambling, that's free drinks. So imagine how crazy it's getting ready to be in Vegas.
Hmm. You already know.
Going to be insane. I just wish that, that's way out of my budget, but it just sucks that, like I said, it's only 3.5 hours away, you know, from here. We drive to Vegas. I just wish everything wasn't so expensive. And also, too, we said, okay, well, maybe we can drive down there and, enjoy some of the festivities and stuff, maybe go to a party. And they are even charging $1,000 to get into, what's the boxer that has a strip club there. Um, what is his name? The boxer, number one boxer in the world.
Um,
The short one that just retired. It's always flashing
Mayweather.
his money.
Mayweather.
Yeah, Mayweather. He's going to have a party at his strip club. He has a strip club down there. $1,000, a
Thousand.
thousand dollars to just get in. Yeah, I'm like, come on, Floyd. But everything's going to be expensive.
You get 50 people in there. That's 50,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, I've been there before. It's really huge inside. It's really big in there. Yep, 50,000. Can you imagine that? And who's the halftime Usher, right? Usher's going to be doing
Yep.
the halftime
Yep.
show.
Yep. Yep.
That'll be good. I love Usher. I really do.
Yep. Big money going down in Vegas. Big money.
That's big, big money. Big money. So I guess they're probably going to get prepared. This is, the first time ever having, the Super Bowl in there. And I think, they also, too, since they've switched it to the Raiders, being over there now. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's going to be fun. People are going to have a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's good. I'm so sorry that your team didn't make it, Shank.
Yeah, not on my watch. I'm sorry too. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it in the morning, boy. I gotta hear it tomorrow. Cause my
Well, let
barber,
me ask you, did you lose any money?
no, I ain't even bet. I didn't even
Well,
bet.
that's good. At least you didn't bet. I've already heard my brothers and them having a fit about how much money they didn't lost
Yep.
because both of their teams didn't make it. They went for the Ravens and went for the Lions. So I know my brothers, they lost some money. So you didn't bet. So that's a good thing.
See, my barber is a 49ers fan, and I gotta go see my barber tomorrow. I know he gonna talk cold-ish to me tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, you know how they like to rub it in and everything. I seen your title. I said, let me go in here and troll Shank a little bit because it looks like his team, lost. But hey,
Yeah.
that's okay though.
Yeah.
Still got next year.
Yeah. What's going on in them YouTube streets and them sectors?
Oh my gosh. I don't
Same old.
even know where to start. Shank, do you know anything about what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I was
So,
like,
Mr. Cam got caught. They ordered the 911 call
yeah,
and found out it
yeah,
was him that called the police. You got that going on.
yeah.
Then you got Chanel harassing a lot of people and lying on them. And Mink called the police. She made a threat to her child. So
Wow.
Mink had called the police on live. Then we got let's see, what else? MU, um, Tracy had
Yeah.
her nudes on her page, and her page got taken, so
Mhm.
she's on a backup page. Got that going on. Um, let's see, Mahaya. Mahay is doing amazing.
Mhm.
He's got his page up. He's getting about 700, 800 people in his live. So everybody's going, after him,
Mhm.
trying to target him, making up, lies and, you know, trying to say uh, crazy and things about, his marriage to IGT. So they're
Yeah.
playing with that. So you know how it is. The more numbers you get, the more people go after you to try to, get numbers. You know how that goes,
Yep. Yep.
Shank. And about the other person. We ain't going to speak on that other person, but what that other person is still back to doing that. They were gone for a while,
Right.
actually.
Right.
And yeah, she came back. A
Right.
couple people summoned her back, so she came back with the wickedness,
I seen it. I said,
which
why
is
they
not.
why I said, why they dig her up? They could have just left her buried.
Left her right in the dirt. Yeah, and
Yep.
that was a terrible move because, a whole bunch of lying and you've experienced that,
Hmm.
with her. So, but yeah, when I seen that, and I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been live in months.
Hmm.
And every time I go live, I've changed everything around. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna beef with anybody anymore. And I'm with all of us girls together, me and TT and Vino and our group Watch Tribe. We're more into serving the community, feeding the homeless. We doing the back to school, haircuts for the kids. And, now what we're doing is gathering together like blankets and we need men's clothing and stuff, for the homeless and everything. We got women's, but we're trying to gather men's clothing for the homeless and also to free firewood. We found some places that give out free firewood and we have been asking people to, hey, grab some free firewood and go and give it to the homeless, so they can at least stay warm. So I'm kind of into doing community service right now,
And that's
you know.
good. I compliment y'all on that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, thank you. And speaking about gun violence and domestic violence, and, I'm trying to, you know, do something. Like I said, we're trying to do stuff for the community. I mean, how long can you keep scratching and doing
yeah.
all that? I've been in this sector for 3.5 years, and I spent a couple of years, scratching and doing that. It doesn't do anything for anybody. But one thing, we're trying to get out of here and get out of the algorithms and get into another sector because how it goes in the Mo3 sector, if you're not scratching, dragging drama, nobody's going to come to your channel.
Nope. Nope.
They don't want positivity over here. That's why
Nope.
it's called troll beef, Mo3 troll beef sector, because if you're not trolling and beefing, nobody's going to come to your channel. You know what I
Nope.
mean?
We
So,
I was thinking about it for a while. We should start our own sector. You know, we
yeah,
should.
that's what we're trying to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, we should start our own sector. It's gonna start small, but you take 5 content creators and we share. Well,
Hmm.
you know how I go. You know what? Not on my watch. You know how
Yeah,
I go.
yeah, yeah. I think so. Tori and Jamal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Well, they just joined. They just joined with us. They joined Watch Tribe and stuff. So they're going to be doing their own. They're going to be covering sports because, the person that was covering a lot of the sports was Coach Dude.
yeah,
Rest in peace to
yeah.
Coach
That
Dude.
was sad. That was sad. That was sad.
Yeah. So now we've got Tori and Jamal getting their page, and they're going to be doing sports and join us with some positivity. So that then you got Melanated Jim.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing a lot of positive stuff too. So we just trying to get out of the scratching and the dragging. And I think all we need is what, like you said, 5 content creators. But do you know how hard it is to get out of the Mo3 sector? You kind of got to start a whole
Yep.
another page because
Yep.
I didn't go live for months and was going on another page, and I'm still in the algorithms.
Yep.
I cannot get out of these algorithms.
They still be dragging you not on my watch. And I'll be like, God damn, they just won't let not on my watch go.
And I don't even be on the board.
No.
Wait, Shane, I don't even be on the board. I don't even go live or
Nope.
anything. And they still talking about me.
Yep.
I guess, you know what I mean? I guess I'm that one. I guess, when you become a person popular, you can't go in the Mo3 sector and not anybody not know who Not on My Watch is. Everybody knows,
Yep.
who I am. Then we got, let's see, that Coolin had just gotten out of jail. There's been some fights, you
Mm-hmm.
know, on there. We also got, golly, there's a lot of, oh, another thing, the Mo3 sector has blown up. Now everybody is talking about Mo3 now because, his baby mother has came to the board,
Yep. I
and
seen that.
so, yeah, Ashley Marie is now on the board. So, do you remember Queen's Domain?
I remember the name, but I've never like been on no chats when she was on the panel, but I remember the name.
Well, Queen's Domain, she was the one that she does readings and things like that.
Right,
And
right,
at the
right,
beginning, that yeah, remember Mo3 had did a reading with her, and then starting at the beginning where he had left from, which was Joycey Banks'
right.
home, when all that had happened. And so she's back. They brought her back to
Mm,
the board. So they're kind of like starting from the beginning
mm-hmm.
and telling the story because hopefully the trial will be coming up soon. So they're going after rainwater now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so it's just all kind of crazy stuff. So, but I think that's good in a sense if the content creators are telling the truth about the story,
Right.
of what happened, because they're very quick to spin a narrative, very quick to spin a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if they're telling the truth, because remember, we have people from the beef and black sector, so there's a lot of new people that don't even know the story or what happened. So this gives an opportunity for all the new people that are over here now to kind of know who Mo3 is, about the beef and how everything happened. So, you know, that's how it goes. So that's pretty much what's going on in the sector right now. How did you get out of the sector, Shank?
I switched lanes.
Well, yeah, we know about you switching lanes. You sure did, because I didn't see you for a while. And then, I seen you were covering Shinquella case. And I said, oh, okay. So we all decided, hey, Shank's doing some positive stuff over there. So let's go over there. Ain't no, craziness or scratching. And you're doing something, for the community. So that's a good thing. And shout out to you for that. Much respect, Shank, for what you're
appreciate,
doing. You
appreciate
know,
you. Cause,
you should
cause
have a few thousand people in your chat with the content you give.
right, I felt myself getting dragged in, and I was like, "Nah, I gotta switch lanes to get out of that." Cause just it's easy to get dragged into scratching, and then you
Hmm.
start scratching, and then the doxing and all that other stuff, and I'm like, "Golly, this is like the real streets."
Yes,
So
it is. Yeah, it is, Shank. I've been doxxed like 7 times. It's like
yeah,
how many more times the information ain't gonna change. How many times can you dox, me? And then you already know, what you went through. I was like, golly, these people are just digging up people from their past, and it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. And so when I started covering the Shanquilla Robinson case, I was like, okay, I'm good right here. And then that's when, the numbers started going up to 300 and 350. And, I said, this way I'm going to stay right here, you know?
Right. Right. I think you did the right thing. Did the right thing. I just need to try to figure out how me and the girls can get, up on out of here and get out of the algorithms. you know. So there's a few places that I've been going to with some other content creators that are talking about positive, stuff.
Mhm.
So, it takes a while. And, I've been here for so long. And, when you've been here for so long and everybody knows you, and they're going to figure out a way to keep you into the mess, I guess I don't know if it would really be considered clout or whatever, but, you know, like I said, I don't even go live about none of these people. And, my spot is always over there at TT's when she
Right.
goes live, or I'm over there at, Vino's over there at Perps. But these people still find a way to drag me or talk about me or try to bring up old stuff. These people can't let it go, Shank. But
No,
it
they
doesn't bother, it don't bother me anymore than it used to. I used to be out my body
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
oh, don't
Cause
bother me anymore.
it'll get you. It'll take you out your body. It'll get you.
Hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think they've kind of figured out that, speaking on my deceased mother, my son doesn't get me out of my body anymore. So a lot of them have kind of like, calmed down, but they still not on my watch, not on
Hmm.
my watch. And it's just crazy because I don't even go live. So that's what makes it so crazy to me because it's like, golly,
Hmm.
don't nobody who wants to hear about not on my watch. Don't nobody want to hear about not on my watch no more.
And the thing that get me is you see the numbers like like TT, you, Perk, and the other positive content creators. We pushing the positive stuff. You see 6 people, you see 8 people, you see 20 people,
Yeah.
you see 30 people. Then you see the scratching, they be having 600, 700, and you be like, people was really pulling up for this, but won't pull up for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, right, Shank? And this
Yeah,
is another thing too. I kind of got upset, several months ago because now the big thing is buying people off the panel. I don't know if you've noticed that,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you can buy people off the panel, and they're paying $50,
yep,
to buy people off the
yep,
panel, and
yep,
they're spending hundreds on that stuff. But then when we go live about positive stuff like
yep,
feeding homeless,
yep.
getting kids together and things like that, people don't want to donate.
Nope, nope.
It's kind of crazy. Makes no sense to me. They'll spend hundreds and, of dollars kicking people off a panel, but
Right.
don't want to donate 5, $10 for helping to feed the homeless.
Sometimes it make me wonder, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? The very people that you're trying to make a difference in their lives, the very people that you're trying to help, you get shit on by them.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right about that because since, we've all gotten together with all the positive people that are doing positive stuff for the community, they're still speaking on us, and we're not even involved in all that stuff. I might get on a panel here and there, but I used to be on the panels all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
can barely see me on a panel, and then if I'm talking about something positive, they don't want to hear about that,
Nope,
Shank.
nope, nope, nope. Down one head, not on my watch. You be like, damn, I don't hear.
It be crazy, don't it? It be
Yeah,
the craziest stuff. And you be like, wait, what? And what's crazy is they will come up with the craziest stuff and the craziest lies, and you just be like, come on now. Enough is enough.
yep.
But they still do it. They will take you into a whole character. Man, I've been from a crackhead to I live in a projects, and and just all kind of stuff that they make up. And it don't matter if you cam up,
Nope.
you show how you really live
Mm.
in, you show your cars, and you show that. It don't matter. And I
Yep.
stopped doing that. you know I just stopped, camming up. I just stopped, dropping, paperwork and everything, because it's not even worth it. So it's just kind of like me doxing basically myself, because
Yep.
it's like, well, I've never seen a project with, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. I done went to both floors through my house and showed my whole house and showed my cars, and pulled out about $15,000 in cash. The whole thing. It don't matter. These
Nope.
people are gonna make up lies and
Yep.
run
Yep.
narratives.
The receipts don't count no more. Remember, it was a time when, okay, produce the receipts. You produce the receipts, they still don't believe it.
Oh no. Mm-mm. But then you know what? There's a lot of people that make up fake receipts. They done got to a point now where they're making fake receipts,
Mm.
and it's gotten, that bad. I've never seen, I don't know if you know the story, but I've never seen anybody run almost a year and a half, 2-year play on a fake baby that everybody knows doesn't exist. That right there is insane.
and
And be
getting them,
getting 200 and 300 people over there.
yeah,
No, that's a lie.
getting away with it. Like you said, two years, it's not no
Running
baby.
a 2-year play.
But
Have you ever seen anything? Now you know that the sector has gone to hell when you
mm-hmm.
doing that.
Huh. What I ain't even gonna give her life, but what the lady that's supposed to be Stave Barry always say, you can't make this ish up.
Yeah,
You can't. Shit.
you can't.
Where's the
It's
baby at?
crazy.
2 years and no where, come on. Y'all know it ain't no
Yeah.
baby. Keep it
Ain't
100.
never no, ain't never no cry. Ain't then cammed up before him for God, like saying, "Oh, I got it with me." Right? Ain't never heard a baby cried and stay up 16 hours on this mug, sleeping in a car. No car seat. We like, okay, show some Pampers, some clothes, some baby clothes. Show, some darn, Infamil, some Similac. Nothing.
Nothing.
But was always that person is, I got the receipt.
Yep.
I got the
Yep.
receipts.
Yep.
But ain't show not near receipt. Listen, it's crazy. But when we first started, right? Um, never, you would never see a content creator going after a sub. At the beginning, that was just unheard of, uncalled for.
I
There,
remember.
the doxing stuff, it wasn't going on like that. Calling CPS, they weren't doing that. Calling
Mm-mm.
the police, they weren't doing that, Shank,
Mm-mm.
at the
You right.
beginning.
You right.
And now I'm just so embarrassed, sometimes even say, hey, I come from the Mo3 sector. It's sometimes because you just don't believe the stuff that happens here now.
Mm.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And it's crazy when they start, pulling up. You know what I mean? When they
Right.
start pulling up.
Right. Right.
And I've let everybody know, never will I tell a person, hey ho, I'll meet you here, I'll meet you there. But I guarantee if anybody pulls up here, I'm gonna be forced to protect me and my son. And whatever happens, I mean, we have gun carrying laws that are very relaxed here. And if somebody pulls up to your stuff or whatever, you have the right to defend yourself and your family. But never am I going to go and meet up with somebody, anybody. There's been people before on here that have been killed for doing that.
Right. Right. Right.
It's not safe. And I don't understand why they're doing it. And then play victim. It's just very different, Shank. It's just really, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Just don't
Is
know what to do anymore.
is TT and them or Purpose? Any of y'all going live tomorrow?
Yes,
Send
Purpose
me.
going live. Yes, she will be going live tomorrow.
You know what time? Send me the link. Send me the link.
Okay, I will when I get off of here, I'll definitely send you the link. Yeah, Perp is gonna be going live tomorrow. I believe she's gonna be going live at 6, if I'm not mistaken. And then TT, she's been back going live. She wasn't going live for a while, but she's back going live. And then Tari and Jamal, they're gonna start going live, I believe, next month.
Yeah, send me their link so I can come through tomorrow and show some support.
I sure will. I sure will.
Any last
Definitely.
any last words you want to say on the Super Bowl, on the refs cheating before we get out of here? Not on my watch.
Yes, I do. Let's go, Chiefs.
You had to do that, didn't you? Yeah, let's go Chiefs.
And salute to you, Shank, and salute to your chat and everything. And I will see you in the streets tomorrow at Perps.
All right.
Whatever. All right,
Appreciate you.
Shank.
All right,
Salute.
I'll see you
Salute.
tomorrow.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, not on my watch. So I appreciate everybody for pulling up to this demonstration. As I stated before, leave in the comment section whether or not you think the Ravens got cheated out of the Super Bowl by the refs. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Salute.